Hi, I'm Kathryn Hermann from 00 Wines, and today I'm here at the 00 Wines warehouse, and I'm going to show you how we hand wax our wine bottles. So why do winemakers, especially fine winemakers, wax their wines? Well, there are a few reasons for that. Here's what the natural cork in the bottle looks like without wax. It definitely needs a closure to protect from oxygen penetration. Also, it doesn't really make sense to wax bottles if you're going to be opening these wines within a year or two, but for fine wines, it's really important to keep oxygen out of the bottle. So by putting wax on top, you really give that a nice seal, and then you can keep that in your cellar safely protected from moisture and oxygen for years and years to come. For supplies, you'll need sealing wax, a crock pot or heating implement that has a gauge on it so that you can heat the temperature consistently every year. Trust me, this makes a huge difference. And you'll need a crock pot of cold water to set the hot wax when the bottle is dipped. Trust me, you need to do this step. I'll show you what it looks like when you go directly from the hot crock pot to setting the bottle on the table. It's a big no-no. Here's what the wax bottle looks like when you actually set it with cold water versus when you don't. See the difference? I'm going to show you how to wax my favorite wine of 2023, the Kathryn Hermann Chardonnay. So, it's pretty easy, but it is time consuming. So what we're going to do is dip it slowly in the wax, and then we're going to twist. You need to do this pretty fast. Swirl on top. You don't want it to be too thin or too thick. Then we're going to set in the cool water. Let's get a close-up. So when you're dipping in the wax, if there are bubbles, you definitely want to avoid them. Dip it in so that you can still see the cork. And then this is key. You just want to hold it to let as much wax as possible drip off while still keeping the seal. Then you want to just give it a swirl to even everything out. When it looks good, set it in the water. And this takes about 10 seconds maximum. Once the bottle has set and totally cooled for about 15 minutes, we polish and dry any moisture from the bottle with a microfiber cloth and then repack into 6 packs. The truck will pick it up and bring it to the warehouse, and then it gets shipped out to you. So there you have it. We did 60,000 bottles this summer. It was wild. But I'm so happy with the way that the packaging looks, and thank you so much for enjoying 00 Wines.